you know, siding will start to melt and deform at about 165 degrees. So it's definitely getting hot right here.
Would it be coming from the vent up there?
What's that, a microwave or something? Yeah, well, if there was a lot of heat coming out of that, that's plastic. That would be melted also.
Oh.
So it's not that.
Okay.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Where is east? Where does the sun rise?
Okay. We start in the morning over there.
Yep.
And then we get full sun all day through here, and it sets over there, which is why we place the raised beds here.
Okay, so this is a real hot corner.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm thinking that it might be that window right there.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it has a lot to do with the angle of the sunlight when it hits the window and then hits the wall.
Really?
Now, I've seen it happen with regular glass or glass with a low E coating on it.
Oh.
But I see it happen more with the coating. The reason is that coating on the window is doing its job. It's meant to reflect the radiant heat out off of the glass. And when the sunlight comes down and hits it at the right angle, that then overheats the siding right here. I've actually seen it sometime in an arc as the sun goes by.
Okay.
All right? So there's a couple of things we could try. We could try putting an awning up to shade the glass.
Oh. I'm not sure that would work with the style of the house,
Okay,
though.
so you don't like that.
No.
All right. The other thing is we could put a tree or a shrub here.
Okay. But we'd lose the ability to use these beds, right? The raised
you're right.
beds here.
Okay, so that's gone.
Yeah.
All right. I think I have another solution.
Okay.
All right, let me get some stuff.
All right.
Now, another way to stop the heat and the light from reflecting off the glass is to put a screen on the outside of the window. But this is a casement window, so when it opens out, the screen is on the inside.
Oh.
So I've got a second screen that we can mount on the sash just like that.
Oh, and that's going to be enough to keep the rays from melting the siding?
Yes, it will.
Oh.
Now, the problem is I can't drill anything into the sash because it'll void the warranty of the window.
Oh, right.
So what I want to do is affix the screen to the sash using some Velcro tape.
Oh.
I got both sides of the Velcro adhered to the screen, so I'll just peel off the tape in the back and stick it to the sash. Now the screen is on and you should keep it on to keep that problem from happening again.
Excellent. And because we've used Velcro here, I can take it off when I need to clean the window.
That's right, and now I'm going to fix that siding.
Okay.
Now this is a stock siding, so it's pretty easy to get. I just picked it up at my local supplier this morning. And now what I want to do is I want to replace all of the damaged siding right here. And I want to start at the top and work my way down for removal. Now to do that, I have to take the siding out of its clip. I'm just going to put my hand between the joint, pull down, and slide it down. All right, now this course is going to stay, and I need to remove all the damaged courses here. To do that, I have to pull the nails now. So I'm going to pick up that course that I just loosened so I can get to the nail. Now let's see what we have down here. Okay, now I got to pull this piece out. There's one. And pull some more nails. Now I want to start to measure so I can cut some new siding to replace the damaged siding. So I'm going to measure from the corner to the edge, and I'm going to add 1 inch for overlap, so that's 47.5 is our first piece. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to score it with my knife first. Then I'm going to finish it up with my snips. All right, now this first piece snaps into this piece right here. This is actually called a starter strip. You see how it's bent out like that? Well, that will accept the lower edge of our siding right there. Just take it down, put it a little below, pull up gently into the starter strip, pushing the end into the J channel right here. Push it up. Now I'm using an aluminum nail, looks like a roofing nail. It's got a big head. I'm going to put it into the center of the slot. Nail it in. Now when I nail it off, I don't nail the siding tight to the wall. I want it to be loose because the siding's going to expand and contract. If it's too tight, it can't move and it will ripple. I also want to nail it 12 to 16 inches on center. Now this is the part of the siding that's going to overlap this siding that's on the wall. So that it lays flat, I have to remove this part of the nailing flange at the top and a small section of the siding on the bottom so it will clip in nicely. I just click it in place and nail it off like the first one. Now I'll just work my way up piece by piece. All right, the siding's all nailed off. Now the last thing I need to do is clip this piece into this piece. And I can only do that using this tool right here. It's actually called a zip tool. And what that will do is hook on the inside of the siding, I'll pull down, bending it, and push in at the same time, and that will snap into place as I slide down. I'm going to start in the corner. All right, Lydia, I think that looks a little bit better.
Oh my gosh, Tom, this looks amazing. It's wonderful. And with the screen on the window now, I'll never have to worry about the problem happening again.
Mystery is solved.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Boy, it's a mystery that would have stumped me, Tommy. I never would have thought that you could get that much heat reflecting off of a window to cause this much damage.
Well, it doesn't happen all the time, but there are a lot more windows out there with this solar reflector on it.
And I guess it makes sense, right? Because that's the whole point behind these films. I mean, you can see a little less film here all the way up to a lot of film, and it's supposed to reflect heat off the window, so.
Right, but if the conditions are right, it can even happen on a clear piece of glass.
Really? Yeah. Okay, so who's to blame? Or I guess more importantly, what's the fix? I mean, do we have to make wholesale changes to window coatings or to vinyl siding?
Well, vinyl siding is not going to go away, and neither are windows. Vinyl siding is the most popular siding used, and the windows have to have the coating to meet the building code.
All right, so in this case, we have to use the Silva Clever Fix and just shade the window somehow.
It works.
It sure did. Nice job.